What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Kangaroo Black coming back once again to talk about my Alabama Crimson Tide. We had a lot of things that happened this week concerning the Alabama football program. Not as much as last week, dealing with all the transfers, players transferring out to other programs, but still, this week we got a lot. We had a lot of stuff that happened from players committing. We picked up a transfer, another one. Coach Freddie Roach, he got promoted. So a lot of things are still going on surrounding the Alabama program, especially since the retirement of Nick Saban and the hiring of Coach Kalen DeBoer. So we'll go ahead and talk about all the stuff that happened this week. You know, it's just a rundown. So hey, it is what it is. So let's talk about Jeremy Bernard, who committed to us out of the transfer portal, came from Washington, so he has a relationship with Coach DeBoer and our new offensive coordinator, Ryan Grubb. So Bernard, he entered the transfer portal last Monday, not this past Monday, but the Monday prior, and then he took a visit to the University of Alabama this past weekend, and he announced on his social media that he will be committing to Alabama, this past Sunday. So Jeremy Bernard is a 6'1", 205 pounds. He had 738 all-purpose yards last season, 419 yards receiving. Okay, he had 419 yards, 2 touchdowns. He also had 2 touchdowns on the ground last season. Bernard, who transferred to Washington from Michigan State prior to last season, he was part of a very talented wide receiver corps at the University of Washington. All right, he was part of a wide receiver corps with 2 1,000-yard receivers last season, Roma Dunze and Jalen Pope. All right, Polk. All right, he was also part of a team with a running back that ran almost 1,200 yards, and running back Dylan Robinson. So that offense he was a part of last season for the Washington Huskies under coach Kalen DeBoer and Ryan Grubb was a very explosive offense. They was the second in scoring offense in the nation last season. So this guy is a big pickup for us and glad to have him. So hey, he is the third former Washington Husky that we picked up. All right, we picked up out the transfer portal quarterback Austin Mack and former Washington center Parker Brailsford. So hey, wish those guys the best with our Alabama Crimson Tide. Hopefully they can come in and be successful with our Alabama Crimson Tide. So welcome to the team, Jeremy Bernard. Glad to have you. And something else that went on for us recruiting. All right, Coach Kalen DeBoer, he done hit the recruiting trail and they full speed ahead. Him and his staff, and they offered South Alabama linebacker Khalil Jacobs. He's in the transfer portal. Okay, so they done offer him. Jacobs played 2 seasons under newly hired Alabama defensive coordinator Kane Womack. All right. He was part of Womack's second recruiting class. In 2 seasons with South Alabama, Jacobs amassed 64 tackles, 3 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, and 1 interception. So those are great numbers that he had, or great stats that he had last season. In the past 2 seasons. Okay, so let's go back over that. 64 tackles, 3 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, and an interception. He could possibly be a big help to this Alabama defense. So, hey, Khalil Jacobs, welcome to the team. Well, if you come to the team, I'll just say that because you haven't committed to the University of Alabama yet, but I hope you will, and just continue to be coached under Kane Womack. All right. It says if Jacobs were to commit to Alabama, he would likely play the Husky role. This particular position is the best fit for a safety linebacker mix. With Jacobs being listed at 6'2", 218 pounds, that seems like the ideal position for him moving forward. But I hope this guy commit. I think he could help this defense out once again. So hey, come in ready to put in work. But again, we do already have an outstanding linebacker core, even though Dallas Turner and Chris Braswell moved on to the NFL. But we got Jahad Campbell coming back, and we got Deontay Lawson coming back. Also we lost Tresman Marshall also, but we got some guys waiting, to get on the field. All right, but this guy can come in and compete and maybe win him a starting role. So, but we'll have to see about that. All right, something else that went on. Like I said, Coach Freddie Roach, he got promoted to assistant head coach. He's our offensive line coach. Our defensive line coach, and he will continue to work as the defensive line coach as well as being the assistant head coach. A little bit about Coach Freddie Roach. He played linebacker for the University of Alabama in 2002 to 2005. He's got 4 national championships, as being on the staff at Alabama. 2009, 2015, 2017, and 2020. Also Roach served as an assistant strength and conditioning coach from 2008 to 2010, director of player personnel 2015 to 2017, and the defensive line coach. All right, he worked with the defensive line also in 2020 when Alabama won the national championship that year, and he became one of the best recruiters in the South, which I think that's a big part of Coach DeBoer keeping Freddie Roach on staff. All right, him and the running back coach. Okay, so congratulations to Coach Freddie Roach for being promoted to assistant head coach. So hey, pay raise. That's all I know is a pay raise, but more responsibilities also. So if Coach DeBoer can't be at a game or something come up, Freddie Roach take over as the head coach for that game. So, or some other shit happen, he'll be the interim head coach. But let's all congratulate Coach Freddie Roach. He's been around a while. This is his third stint with the University of Alabama. So he earned this position. What else happened? Tyler Booker. Let's talk about Tyler Booker. They was talking about these teams, other programs, contacting players from the University of Alabama, which they call it tampering or whatever. Now, since Caden Proctor came out and said Iowa been contacting him, they was contacting him during the season and all that, wishing him well or whatever. So they asked Tyler Booker about it. The media asked Tyler Booker about it, and Tyler Booker, he did say he have been contacted in the past by other programs. But right now, this year, only one program that reached out to him, or one coaching staff. And, since Coach Saban retired. And Booker said everybody really knows not to hit him up because they know my stance on Alabama. And they pretty much know how I feel about this program. And then if you ask anybody about me, they're going to know that I'm really big on loyalty. I'm really big on family. You know what I mean? I'm big on family. I'm big on legacy. And what I've accomplished so far, what we've accomplished so far. Of course, we got to go out and win a national championship, but I wouldn't trade what I've done so far for the world. Now, Tyler Booker, he just spoke out about it. He said no amount of money, can buy his legacy. He's all in on the University of Alabama and this football program, just like he was all in on Nick Saban. He's all in on Coach DeBoer and this coaching staff. So hats off to Tyler Booker. I mean, a lot of these young guys with this money and NIL now, they out of there. They out of there. All right. But hey, a lot of people got down on Caleb Downs because they feel he took the money. Because from what's being said on social media, Ohio State is dishing out a lot of money to these players. So hey, it is what it is. But Tyler Booker is showing loyalty. He's committed to the University of Alabama, not only the coaching staff, but the University of Alabama, because he could have just as easy did like some of the other guys. Once Nick Saban retired, and these the one coaching staff that did reach out to him, he could have been gone just like those guys. But hey, he elected to stay, and I commend him for that. All right, so we as fans appreciate you, Tyler Booker. I can tell you that. So what else happened? We had Tyler Booker, Ryan Williams. Can't forget about him. The #1 wide receiver in the country, committed to the University of Alabama. I believe he's the #1 wide receiver in the 2024 class. Only 16 years old. Haven't turned 17 yet. He'll turn 17 February the 9th, and that's when he officially signs with the University of Alabama. Hopefully nothing changes. But anyway, Williams, you know, he was committed to Alabama, and then Nick Saban retired, and then he decommitted, all right? And then he took a visit once again to the University of Alabama last weekend and recommitted to the University of Alabama on Wednesday, I believe. Williams is coming off a visit last weekend to Alabama and recommitted to Alabama January 24th, 2024. He intends to sign on February 9th, his 17th birthday. Ryan Hollywood Williams, a 5-star wide receiver from Saraland, Alabama, amassed over 46 all-purpose yards along with a ridiculous 65 touchdowns over the last 2 seasons at Saraland. All right, man. Williams, who was a 2025 prospect and the #1 player in the nation, not only the #1 wide receiver, the #1 player in the nation, reclassified to the 2024 class, skipping his senior year and remaining a top 10 prospect, even in a class with players a year or more older than him. Boy, Coach DeBoer did it already. You know how big it was when Deion Sanders got the #1 player in the country. All right. So Coach Kalen DeBoer did it with less than 3 weeks at the helm of the University of Alabama. Probably, I believe, might be less than 2 weeks. So shout out to Coach Kalen DeBoer for getting this guy to recommit. I mean, with this offense that Kalen DeBoer is going to be running, if it's anything like the offense from Washington, we could really use this guy. They done compared this guy to Devontae Smith. I mean, the route running, the hands, the smoothness. So this is a big pickup for Kalen DeBoer in the University of Alabama. All right. So Ryan Williams, welcome to the team. This guy, he got a chance to make an immediate impact. All right. So he's young. Only will be 17 years old, playing with guys a lot a lot older than him. Probably, I ain't gonna say faster, cause from everything we read about this guy and heard, he's pretty daggone quick. So we probably got another Slim Reaper. All right, we're gonna have to give him another name, cause Slim Reaper is taken up already. But it's all right. We might have to call him Ryan Flying Williams. But anyway, hey. Congratulations to Ryan Williams. We welcome you to the team, baby. And I believe last but not least, picked up another commit yesterday. Noah Carter. 4-star Noah Carter. All right. Edge rusher, pass rusher, whatever you want to call him. We got him. Another big commit. All right. Noah Carter. 6'4", 228-pound pass rusher, and a 4-star recruit, announced his Crimson Tide commitment yesterday, after completing an official visit last weekend. So you got Noah Carter, who visited last weekend, Ryan Williams, who visited last weekend, and you had Jeremy Bernard to take a visit last weekend. And all 3 of those guys committed to the University of Alabama this week. All right. Noah Carter, he officially signed with Washington to play for Coach DeBoer last month, but he was released from his national letter of intent, being that Coach Kalen DeBoer elected to take the job at Alabama. So he got out of he was released from his letter of intent, And hey, came on with Coach Kalen DeBoer, and hey, he gonna do great things for the University of Alabama. Anyway, Phoenix, Arizona product and Centennial High School standout Cora is ranked as a four-star recruit, the number 3 player in the state of Arizona, the number 8 edge, and the number 2 overall prospect in the 2024 class by 247 Sports. Prior to his decommitment, he was the University of Washington most highly rated commit. In a written evaluation last fall, 247 recruiter analyst Blair Angulo called Carter a uber athletic edge rusher and two-way production player, multifaceted defender with ability to move well laterally. All right. So hey, he got his scouting report. It's great. Also, his scouting report says shows terrific being and explosiveness in pursuit, thrives in stand-up role where he can cross over blockers, uses a quickness to the outside and put immediate pressure on offensive tackles, displays the ability to get slipped through creases to keep charging forward. A long strider with fluid movement who can cover a ton of ground. Great scouting report. All right, but it did say he can put on a little bit more weight, get bigger. But hey, that's going to happen anyway. All right, with this strength and conditioning program. So we got some great pickups this past week. Welcome to the team. Welcome to the team. Noah Carter, come in, put in work. We're looking forward to seeing you on the field. All right, you might be on a long line of great edge rusher that came from the University of Alabama. So that's basically the news that happened this week. Some other events that happened, the most important events that happened this week. So still a lot going on with this University of Alabama football team. It hasn't been a boring off season for Alabama football this season. I can say that, or this off season. A lot of things are taking place, and that's probably going to continue, being that we got a new head coach, bringing in a new staff. Once April 15th hit and this transfer portal open back up, I think we're going to see more players coming in and out of the transfer portal committing to Alabama. We might see a couple go out, but hey, that comes with the territory. Transfer portal can give it and he can take it. All right, so it is what it is. That's just the way the game is now. So I'm gonna try to keep y'all up on this Alabama news. You know, I been busy this week, so hey, it is what it is. So I try to give it all to you at one time. All right, but more videos to come. More videos to come. So hey, y'all have a good weekend, and I'll talk to y'all later. And roll damn tide.